Hi, emergency message. All previous declarations of love, lust, or liking have expired if the mail didn't contact me right away. Okay, my son is my business partner. I am not going to have any intimate contact with someone at all unless my son is with me while I'm making the arrangements for that. Okay. Um, my body is my business. I have never opened. I have no property nor anything to my name because I have never worked, okay, that sort of job. So I'm asking for more time with my son apart from robots. This recording is happening on an Android computer. I consider that a robot. I also consider this television screen a robot. Just because it has, all that computer technology. So my relation with my son, due to the fact that my brain is different, on page of the psychology textbook, I can show later, that shows exactly how my brain is different. My guardianship, son, I love you. I love you with all my heart. If you are ever in pain, I hurt. So I had to think about what to do. What I thought is hold on to my wealth. If my body is my wealth, only I control that. When, how, where, how. So my life is that struggle. So many bodies trying to manage this one body. Whoever you are, don't you dare think to approach me while my son is away. If my son chooses to go with his dad on Christmas. I'm after what was taken away from me, my family life with my son, where both of us together choose who goes near us. If any male we ever go live with other than we ourselves are somewhat male, somewhat female characteristics. And if we have when make arrangements to go elsewhere. Either my son is the one who will present the mail to me himself, or it will be where, like, I don't know who he is or who he could be, and frankly doesn't matter, um, except for ones that I have specifically rejected, such as my sister's biological father, my mom's husband. Um, like I said, my body is my wealth, is my business. I have my own guest list that is not yet created because am still stuck here in California, where my working authorization for that has always been across the border. From the moment that the schizophrenia started to become worse after Mark's head was hurt, I thought, well, after all these uh, declarations in silence from others, if they are people or whatever this is, given the way that our lives work here, I thought that, yeah, as soon as possible, I had to get across the border and start being a career woman. So instead, I'm still here asking for that camping time with my son away from robots, and asking that I please be released from having felt a physical attraction or response to a male's presence back in 2021. Please release me from that. Those are not valid, real love emotions. Where soul greets body, does not meet body. I am love. I am not hate. I am honest. I'm always honest. Okay? That male could not hold his head up in front of the camera. The Amazon warehouse has cameras. He could not hold his head up to talk with me anything at all. He is not worthy of me. How many times do I have to say this? Please listen to me. Please. I beg you. He is not worthy to join me with my son as family. Okay? Neither the other one, only other one single available near. Okay? So that's in response to they tried to make me find love here, supposedly. I'm not crazy. I live in the real world. Even when Robbie proposed to me, even after he proposed to me back in when I was 23 years old, even after he proposed, even after I was wearing a $5,000 ring on my finger, I still could not imagine a wedding. The sisters had to go here like, what's wrong with your brain? What dress are you going to put on? Or flowers? Or why aren't you imagining or thinking about this? And I'm like, I don't know. Why should I? I don't do that until, like, I'm at the dress store to pick the dress. The food and flowers. Oh, after we have a date, I'll start. So really, I don't have the imagination for those things. I'm sorry. Maybe that's the malish part of me. Son, I love you. I don't want you confusing me with someone else. I feel like they're trying to get me to say that it's okay to kill you, or to have you go away from my life, and they want to marry me off to some other. This I don't know who. I could never want to know him. That's what I'm trying to say, I guess. after, the revelations recently that become so clear to me. For instance, this robot, the robots are good sometimes, but this robot, I'm pointing at that robot there earlier, did manage to get across to me the point that, sweetie, did they ever say I love you back in telepathy? I'm the only one always saying I love you, I love you. I think that in silence, not a single participant in the silence has ever said I love you back. So, how could real love or a real wedding or a real get together stem from that? Not possible. Please don't think to have that male approach me. Please. My son with me will make a decision about everything. My son is my business partner. I have no business. I have not opened my business. I will only open my business after consulting with my business partner. He's unavailable for consulting due to the extreme intrusion in our brains, in our bodies. So I hope to reach all who influence us in the spirit of love. Oh, please, I'm a mother, my dear Duxfora. Because since 2011, 2012, I've been in this predicament that what the real relief I desperately requires transportation across the border to establish my own family. Apart from the way that I have been mishandled here due to the Ruiz's plotting to adopt me. I already spoke about that in another place. I reject my mother's husband as an intimate contact, despite my mother approving, or my sister, or my son. This my immediate family knows, yet for some reason, some people seem convinced that at some point in time I could be forced or coerced or talked into. So I can't be here and during the I can't be here alone during Christmas Eve. I don't know what to do. So when I was thinking if the airport calls me back, I'll take that as a sign that some people are willing to let us make arrangements to get transportation from them, with them, to get dropped off across the border, and I carry on my life simply being myself like this, and in the flesh with whoever is near. I foresee that the silence will become even more quiet as we approach the border together with my son, because their complaints will be resolved immediately. They could have been since 2012. I simply had to get across the border, and all this lying and all this pain and all this misery was because they wanted to have the chance here to control my intimate contacts so much that I have to defend my true self like this. Already another male had proposed to to have me go live with him without my son, but that is not my, that male is not on my guest list. When I get to the border, I told him so. And I really mean that. So, because I insist on having my family together. Only my son is my family. I'm really wounded from abortion once. I'm really hurting. Emotionally, because I don't to be another holiday apart from my son, another Christmas time. Please. I wish there was some arrangement we can make that's different, please. Please, son, you say that only you influence yourself. I don't know how to reach you better, son, because you know it. Have to give your attention to the gadget. I hope we get more time together without the robots. I just had to really need few minutes here, just a few minutes, because even when we watch TV, he still has to be in the other gadget. Our family lives, but I think only this way can be safe for us to get across the border. I love you. I always love you. Never doubt that. I'm crying because I'm so tired. So much pressure since 2012 about my intimate life. My God, I'm really hoping that from now on, I don't have to resort to the silence so much. Used to be a comfort. But yeah, no one says I love you back. Only in person, in the flesh. Lori, I love you back. They invade my brain so much. It's like, and they tell me we have no soul sometimes. So I felt like I could just really, really be myself around you guys. I always felt like I could just really, really be myself around your mom. Especially, I miss her because she talked to me like others did. When I had my crying spells before, they told me that they can, before before I knew how different we are. I miss Charlie. I miss Faith. the conversations that they would have had with me in this day and age are irreplaceable. I'm